What is up, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm very glad you tuned in today. So you could say today is your lucky day because today we are doing a beat for Lucky Daye. So Lucky Daye it is today. Obviously big fan of his and his music and his style overall. So the way we are going to go about this is because I've already done this beat like off camera, but I still wanted to show you, and I think there's a lot of valuable lessons in there. I'm just gonna reveal every kind of channel that we have like step by step, so you see all the elements that are part of it, and you still get to see behind the beat and how I made it. So we're starting off with the Synthpad. It's kind of an arpeggio. Listen for yourself. And when I heard this, I was like, this is Lucky Daye. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but like it kind of already induces a kind of funky rhythm, and it's also like kind of mysterious a bit. So that's what I started off with. Next thing I did was the kick. So kick pattern went like this. You can hear, I heard this like dum, 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 which I kind of tried to, mimic with the kick. Punchy but still acoustic. Next up, snare. So snare wise, I continued in this acoustic drum kit that that I said that was gonna be our vibe, and so it sounds like this. Like a short snare, and it's very classic. I feel like I have a few snares like not on where you would expect it, but I would go into that later on when we have all the drums lined up. But snare placements are very classic, usually. A hi-hat is also acoustic. Yeah, very, straight up. Open hi-hat at the end of the progression. I think this one is actually like a trap sounding open hi-hat, but it fits well. And so overall the drums sound like this. And what I wanted to go into is a very important point when you're making acoustic drums on, in a DAW, when you're producing acoustic sounds and you don't have a real drummer. You want to sound like a real drummer because you're mimicking this acoustic drum sound. And so what you're really trying to do is not make it boring and trying to achieve the organic sound that is not sounding mechanical. That is the most important thing. That's why I kind of misplaced some of those snare hits, and you can see this very well in this middle part here, where you kind of like, okay, this sounds weird at first glance, but I was really trying to like make this sound real, because like a real drummer would not like sit there, play 5 minutes like just straight 4 on the floor drum beat. And so I tried to like make a very interesting kick pattern, have some unorthodox snares, I would say, and so this, just listen quickly to this middle part, which kind of shows that pretty well, I feel like. So I kind of have a pause with the hi-hat. The snare is also too early. There I have 2 snares. It's kind of a break, and you're kind of like off rhythm. It's like, what is happening? But I feel like this helps a lot to keep the listener interested and really like try to mimic the real sound of a real, drummer. And so next up, I added this song starter version of the synth chords, which just has a bass in it. The bass just comes in there. And the next thing I added is some vocals, adjusted with Splice Bridge, obviously. I feel like they sound pretty cool. Like that's why I put them in, so listen for yourself. It sounds like this. I feel like this fits pretty well. It's like a laid back kind of sound. Nothing is rushed, And so then what I heard in my head was kind of some background vocal thing, but because my friend is not here and she cannot sing this, I kind of had to like chop things. And so what I did, I chopped the latter part of this this time vocal, and it sounds like this. filling up the gap after that. And you can see that I adjusted the automation, so it's kind of like left, right. So I think that's pretty cool, honestly. No, I really like this, and this kind of filling up that gap, as I said, and gives an illusion of background vocals, I would say. The next thing I searched for was some kind of guitar melody. So I don't play the guitar pretty well, so I went on Splice for this, and I was like, you know, let's see what's around. And I found this melody here. And it was just a perfect match, honestly. Just kind of this laid back, kind of, you know, cool guitar lick as an intro, and then later on using it as a instrumental part, post-chorus kind of thing, which works pretty well. And so this is just playing in the beginning, and then kind of the drums come in before the vocals, obviously. Then I tried out another vocal, which in the end didn't make it, but I still wanted to show you. And you know, I don't know what you think. Let's just hear it together. I think I just had to pitch it up too much, and it's also like it sounds very chipmunky because of that. And then some more synth things, which didn't make it either. Yeah, it was just too much in the end, so I left it at that. Because I also think it sounds really like, as it is, as like a unit, it sounds really complete still. Like it's not, there's not a ton going on, but I feel like it sounds very accomplished in itself, if you could say it like that. I don't know. And what I wanted to show you is like how I got back into the drums, because obviously you have this bridge part or post-chorus, and then listen how I get back into the drums, which I think sounds pretty cool. It's like starting off with the snare, and that sounds very natural to me, because like drummers do that a lot. Like when they have a break and they start again with the verse or something, they start off with the snare, open hi-hat, and then back into the groove. Because listen to it, like just without those two, just if you started with the kick, it sounds a bit it doesn't sound as smooth, you know, the transition doesn't sound as smooth. Works as well, but obviously sounds a lot cooler if you ask me. You kind of prepared for the transition, and it's like, oh, okay, here we go again. I've added some risers and some crashes, which is not really worth talking about. But I hope you got something out of this video. It's like a shorter video, and I showed you, I like broke down the beat, like rather than making it live, because I had made this off camera, but I still wanted to show you, as I said. But yeah, new song is out now. Check it out. Link is down below in the description for Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. And yeah, other than that, subscribe to the channel. That would help out a lot to show this to more people. I hope I could help you with some Lucky Daye today. And other than that, enough of me talking. I will play the full beat. I hope to see you in the next video, and have a good one.